We'll get this going here. And we are certainly up on Facebook amongst other places, so we will wait for the eyeballs to begin because they're frantically going, where's the button? There's the button, and boom, and there you go. All right, so we'll let the numbers, they just went up 24-fold in mere moments. So it looks like we're streaming Facebook, YouTube, maybe some other places along the way here. So it's been a stretch here, and we're by far not done. Oh, so now y'all are live. Yes, we are, Amy. So for the moment, yes. Hello, Kaylee. That's very sweet. You say, Kaylee, why aren't you in school? Unless you're on spring break, which you may be. Alrighty, so we've got some folks now tuning in. We're up over 300. Let's go ahead and get started, and we'll be here for a little bit. Luckily, I'm kind of ahead of the ball game today in terms of just putting normal shows together, and so we are going to do what the hey? Let's try this during the daytime instead of at 2 in the morning and see how it goes. Let's talk about this. First of all, the situation developing in southern Kentucky right now. Liberty, we're going to talk about you specifically here in just a second, Alexis. In fact, you're coming up. Oh, your school got called off, Kaylee. Okay. But let's get into the weather stuff here. So, flash flood warning. So we're going to talk about tornadoes and severe weather, but I want to talk flooding here first. Because I think the situation that's developing right now across the southwestern part of the area has the potential to be pretty serious. And we got a warning coming, severe thunderstorm warning as we're speaking. So let's go to the severe thunderstorm warning. Do that. So who's the severe thunderstorm warning for? Go to analysis. Oh, severe thunderstorm warning, the areas that we're talking about. So we have a severe thunderstorm warning that's up for Casey County until 2:45, Russell County until 1:45 Central, and Eastern Adair County until 1:45 Central Time. This is a severe thunderstorm warning, and it's for that storm that's coming out of Columbia. You see that they're going through Adair County. So that is the storm that we are looking at that has the potential to be severe. So for you folks, well, we'll do a quick little track on it. So again, take it up here from the north. And damaging wind gusts is going to be your primary severe weather threat. So again, you're seeing some of the communities that will be involved here. And again, you're looking at Clementsville 216, Pelleaton at 118. That's going to be Central Time. Montpelier 122 Central Time. So again, depending on if it's Russell County or Casey County, but again, that's headed toward Dunville, eventually toward Liberty. So that is that cell that we are looking at there. While we're here, let's do this. Actually, out of Louisville, rain rate, because this is going to relate back into what I was going to lead into. So again, we've got that severe thunderstorm warning. You know, I wonder. We were testing the idea. I don't know if Paul, if you've jumped in here, Paul, our engineer, if we want to go ahead and try the streaming on TV and the streaming on Facebook at the same time. We think we can do it, but do I want to take a chance on blowing out Kelly Clarkson? Jay, can you see if Paul's around? Okay. So this is what we're doing here live on TV and live on Facebook at the moment. But again, the rain rate, what I wanted to show you here. This is just, I mean, you want to talk about just torrential downpours. So again, you're looking at 7 inches of an hour of a rain rate coming out of Adair County right now. So that is that situation. So let's go back over to what we were originally going to talk about here, which was the flood warnings. So again, we've got flash flood warnings for Casey, for the eastern part of Marion, for Taylor. Paul, do you want to try the TV Facebook thing?
That's it.
Okay. So let me go back to the analysis side here. And so we've got engineer Paul, who occasionally makes an appearance on the
Hold on, Bill.
okay, we'll hold on. So yeah, you're getting an experiment live.
Yeah, Jen, can you get that popped up real quick? Yep.
All right. Oh yeah, we probably need to have, yeah. My mic's on, so we're good with that.
Okay.
So yeah, cool. Yeah, we talked about this. Well, I thought of it last night, and then I saw Paul this morning, or this afternoon we got in here, and it's like, yeah, I think we can do it. So we're going to get the word from Jake, who's the director. Paul, do you want to say hey here to the world? So, ladies and gentlemen, Paul.
Hello.
All right. So again, we've talked about the severe thunderstorm warning that is for KC until 2:45 and Adair and Russell until 1:45 Central Time. That storm coming out of Adair County. And keep in mind, there's also a tornado watch in these places as well. As long as we're looking real quick, that storm might be trying to tighten up on the southern end. So we're going to watch the tail end of that down in Adair County. So again, the potential is there for some stronger storms to come into play. But there's the radar look. We're good? All right. Do you want to hit the button?
Sure.
Okay. That way, if we break the station,
It's my fault.
okay. So we'll do it in. Let me make sure we're Facebook. Okay. In 3, 2. Alrighty. We are going over to the TV side here, and with it we have a severe thunderstorm warning. The severe thunderstorm warning is going to be for southern Casey County until 2:45, for the eastern part of Adair County until 1:45, and also for Russell County until 1:45. Those 1:45s are Central Time. Storm right now is just east of Columbia, moving eastward. That area is also going into a tornado watch across southern Kentucky that will be in effect until 11 o'clock tonight. So again, we are looking at the potential for strong and severe thunderstorms. There is your tornado watch that covers southern Kentucky until 11 o'clock tonight. We also have a flash flood warning for Casey County, for parts of Taylor County, Marion County, and down in toward Adair County. So again, that flash flood warning is for extremely heavy rain that is already falling. So once again, tornado watch, southern Kentucky until 11, severe thunderstorm warnings for Casey County, Russell County, and Adair County until 1:45 Central Time. We thank you, and I'll return you back to Kelly Clarkson. Now the question is, when I did that, did I lose Facebook? TV, we're back on where we're supposed to be. I'm waiting to see if it says that I'm done there. Cool. So again, I'm looking at the Facebook. Well, if I can stream it over here and find out. Paintsville is not under the watch. So I think we are done on the TV side. We're back here on the Facebook side. Okay, good. Still see me? Fantastic. Okay, so let's get back into what we were talking about in the first place. And let me take you back over here. I hope you enjoyed that. That was like big time professional TV kind of stuff. Worked?
Yeah.
Yes. All right, so we were able to do that. It goes from an idea to fruition. Okay, let's get back to what we need to. So the flash flood warnings, and again, I think this is a serious situation. So it's Marion County, Taylor, Casey until 4:30 Eastern, Adair and Russell till 3:30 Central. So that's your flash flood warning, and the reason being, when we look at how much rain has come down, and that's even since we started. Liberty has gone up another 1/10 of an inch. So again, we are getting just torrential rainfall in the southeast. So we're showing you the rain rates there a second ago, on top of already, what is saturated ground. So again, I think flooding is going to be a huge issue in the short term. So be prepared. If you live in a flood-prone area, in those areas that we were just talking about, be prepared to move to higher ground and do so quickly. And we want to emphasize one more time, never, ever, ever drive across a flooded road, ever. And some of those roads, I'm thinking Highway 68 has that creek running right along next. It's a beautiful drive, but again, the creek is running right next to it. Never drive across that flooded road. So again, you were looking at the thunderstorms going on across southern Kentucky, and really the situation is down here, this air is extremely warm and juicy. It is very unstable. So you are streaming all of this Gulf moisture in, and now you're hitting where the front is, and that's creating the situation, number one, with the heavy rain, number two, with the severe weather situation. So that's why we've seen repeated rounds of those storms going on across southern Kentucky this morning into this afternoon. So stay weather aware. Again, the rest of today, tonight, tomorrow, Saturday, probably into Sunday. We're only about a third to a halfway through all this. So again, you're looking at the delineations of the watches. The flood watch actually goes all the way down to the Tennessee line, but the tornado watch superseded it, along with the severe thunderstorm warning. So you get the picture of what's going on. The flood watch for most of the area aside from the far southeast until Sunday. This is the additional rain. So this is on top of what's fallen. So southeast Kentucky, less than 3 inches of rain, which is still a lot. A narrower swath of 2 to 4, but I think a lot of us are in a 4 to 6 inch rain on top of what has already fallen. And this is actually updated data here too from what I was doing even at 1 o'clock. So you are looking at heavier rain going into southern and southwest Kentucky. And just for perspective, we are forecasting, use 5 inches as an average, which is a lot of rain. There are going to be some folks in and around central Kentucky that may be pushing 7 or 8, but let's use 5 as the average. That is more than our normal April rain, and we do it in 4 days. It's a significant percentage of our normal spring rain, and we do it in 4 days. And again, if we end up with 7 or 8 inches in places, now you are talking about half of our normal spring rainfall in a weekend. Spring is March, April, May. There's your tornado watch until 11 o'clock. South of Highway 52 is the best way to describe it. Highway 52 runs, we take it from Danville through Garrett County, through Richmond, then down through Estill County. It actually ends up in Lee County, but that's a good boundary for you. So again, south of Highway 52 is where you are looking at that tornado watch that is in place. So when we're talking a watch, this is one of the lessons we give in Bill's Weather 101. So there are a lot of kids who have heard how this works. Grown-ups, it's your turn now. And so with that, a watch lasts several hours. It is something that covers all or part of Kentucky, maybe a couple other states. You've got time to think about this, and that is the key. It's time to think, to plan where your safe spot is. So when you hear us say tornado warning, like we did last night, you usually have, the timing on it's usually less than a half hour's worth. It's portions of a county or a county, maybe a couple. It lasts, you get minutes of warning, and with that, it's time to act. And if you've thought about, if you've planned where your safe spot is, you know what to do, and you know where to go, and you don't panic. And especially when we're waking you up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and you're not thinking particularly clearly, that's when you've thought about it beforehand, you will know what to do. Take the time when it's calm to take care of that. So again, you noticed that everything was starting to lift north. Let's run this through for you here one more time. So you're going to see the watch warning graphic again. But I wanted to highlight with the radar. So we take you back starting early this morning. You see everything kind of just sliding along, but you notice over the last couple of hours how there's been a northward shift overall with all this. And again, what's going on here is you've got Gulf moisture, Gulf heat, Gulf instability feeding into the line that is right there. And so that's why we can see these repeated rounds of storms, and there is going to be very heavy rain in that area as well. So that is your setup. And again, this next wave that's coming in, you see it back here, that's going to slide on across the bluegrass as well. May not be severe, but it's still going to have a lot of water with it. So that is the overall setup. Here's your future track, and again, this is the HRR model, the HRR. You'll notice that it's depicting individual cellular storms on the edge. In fact, you can see in the wind field here where it thinks the front is. northerly winds here, southerly winds here. So that's the clash zone that we end up seeing, and that's again where we're seeing the potential for those stronger storms. We run then to 7 o'clock this evening, and again, same idea. The front doesn't move. Here comes the next wave, and that is going to be with a front that it's going to wobble around here. Now, there's a wave on the front that may try and drag it north tomorrow morning. And if that happens, you notice how the wind shift. Okay? Look at all those southerly winds right here. So again, you've taken the front north, so we end up in the warmer sector. Now, I think for a lot of us tomorrow, ends up being okay as that wave slides by. So this may be more up into southern Ohio and Indiana. But again, most of us tomorrow, I think most of the day is fine. It actually gets warm. Then the next wave is coming, this one. And so, we got a new warning. So the new warning hasn't even cleared on that yet. So the new warning is, tornado watch. Severe thunderstorm. We've already done that. 3 o'clock. Oh, there it is. It's that's the new warning. So it's for this cell coming back here out of that's in Greene County. Is that Metcalf? Yeah, so that's Metcalf. Wow, I got a county that wasn't in our area. So it's that storm there. So that's the new severe thunderstorm warning. So you folks there in Adair County, you've got an additional severe thunderstorm warning until 2. And now we're getting a circulation showing up with that cell. Remember that tail end that we were talking about a minute ago? So again, you're looking at a storm that's got shear, and be prepared for that. That's Russell County back into southern parts of Pulaski, and eventually southern part of Casey into Pulaski County. So that is that cell. So we're going to keep a close eye on that one too. So there's, again, things are getting very active for us. So let's finish this up. Again, there is the risk of severe storms today. And again, I wanted to show you the temperature contrast. It's one thing to talk about it, it's another thing to see it. And so with that, to the south, look at the difference here. Look at the warm and unstable air. It's 81 in Barberville. It's almost 80 in Whitley City. Monticello's in the 70s. You've got mid-60s pretty well north of the front. So that, again, is the overall setup for you. So with that, let's come back to the analysis here. Because again, that does give you some pause for concern. Got the bigger storm right now that's back in Metcalf County coming toward Adair County. You've got a storm that's now in Russell County by Russell Springs. That's going to clip the southern part there. It's going to get up around Dunville. Decatur, Font Hill, Mintonville. Be ready, folks. You've got a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado watch. So that should send up your red flags right there that you need to be ready just in case. Okay, I can get back to some of the question. Drain in Georgetown. Ron Malinowski is good at reporting that. Let's see if I've gotten any. Russell County. I don't see Ron. Haven't seen him put any reports in, so he might have. I just can't find him. Ron, that's out of 7 o'clock this morning. 2.13 inches in Georgetown. So over 2 inches, and again, it's still been raining. Berea, obviously, you're getting the rain. Don't know about the green lightning. That's something different. All right, so Paul, we are good? Okay. Yeah, we're going to probably, depends on what kind of warning we get that comes downstream. If it ends up being a tornado, we'll go over to the TV side, and I don't think we're set yet to do it the other way. That's one of the things Paul's working on. We can do it this way as a voiceover for the TV side, but you get to see my lovely face here on Facebook, but not on the TV side. Maybe that's a plus for the world. Who knows?
You could voice over on the Facebook side.
Could Facebook and be on the TV?
Oh no, you can't.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Nope. Yeah, it's because we got the microphone here for that. So yeah, he'll figure it out. Paul is really good, so we'll get that figured out. So Barberville. I mean, you're about 80 degrees, so yeah, you've got the seeds planted there in southern Kentucky. Emphasize again for you the flooding threat that's ongoing Casey County, Russell, Adair County, and into parts of Marion and Taylor counties, where we do have that flash flood warning. Again, if you folks live in a flood-prone area, in that area there are some places that are really prone to flooding, but be aware that you've had a lot of water and there's a lot of water coming, and so you may not have a whole lot of warning. So be prepared, and you do that before you have to actually think, before you actually have to do things. You plan beforehand. We got something new coming in. And the printer's working. All right. So Jackson. All right. Be right. I'm just rolling over to the printer. Looks like this is just a continuation on the other warnings. So nothing new with those. Okay. All right, and I'm trying to see if there are any other questions here on Facebook that we've pretty much, you see what's going on, and luckily this is not the middle of the night. Paintsville, again, not. Houstonville is north of Liberty, so yeah, Houstonville is in Casey County. So yeah, obviously it's raining hard. There's Houstonville right there. So it's, yeah, all along 127 north of Liberty. Okay, I'm just reading questions right now. Yeah, when I did call my wife and daughter last night, and so yeah, we had done something like that about 20 some years ago when Olivia was little and still lived at the house, and it was one of those where there was a warning, a path was close to our house, and I was doing a live cut-in and had to call them, and then Olivia called back about an hour later. It's like, Dad, can we go back on bed now? But last night, since Olivia's often married, called her, and so got her and her husband to the basement and my wife to the basement. So yeah, that was last night. All right, Bath County, you've got just rain. You're under the flood watch. That's it for you at this point. Estill today, again, you're not under the tornado watch in Estill County. I think the tornado watch really is where we're showing you, well, here. And again, it's on the southern periphery right here. So your front is right there. You are going to continue to see warm, moist, unstable air. A lot of times when you get a severe thunderstorm, it comes through and it clears everything out behind it. That's not the case today because you have new warm, moist air feeding into these. So it's round after round of strong and severe thunderstorms. You've got one severe thunderstorm here. You've got one right on its tail. So again, southern Kentucky today is going to be very active. North of that, you get into the heavier rain. But right now near Stanford, north of Mount Vernon, Berea, and toward Jackson there in Breathitt County, you've got torrential rain ongoing. I am actually curious as why Louisville hasn't pulled the trigger on that cell yet. It does look a little, well, it's not that, no, it's actually pretty good. So this is again just outside of Adair County. So I'm just looking to see if nothing on their chat over there. Somerset, warm and humid. Yeah, that's called storm food. So, and that again is going to keep feeding into itself. Garrett County last night, there was damage last night along Highway 39. Barns were destroyed. I know the emergency management folks over there in Garrett County are looking at that to see if it was tornadic or not. The folks at the Weather Service right now, they are right now more focused on what's happening now and keeping us prepared for the next day or two than going out and trying to do damage surveys. So it's a case where there's just too much active weather right now and not necessarily enough humans left. And so, and you got to respect that. So again, that storm that's going to be moving into Adair County, you see some of the communities there. Columbia at around 1:53 Central Time. So that is that setup, and again, your storm to the east of it, which is also is on the severe, well, it is severe, severe thunderstorm warning with it for Casey County until 2:45, and for Russell until 1:45 Central. And we got something new. So actually, they're expiring the severe thunder. Oh, it's continue. That's what I get for trying to skim. So what we will do, that just come out 2:31. No, that didn't just. Nothing. Yep, there's the new severe thunderstorm warning. And so we're going to do that TV thing again. I'm going to do it this time without Paul being here, so let's see how this goes. All right. So again, Facebook, you're here with me. And we are going to flip over to the TV. I've got the magic box over here. So this is cut in. Kelly Clarkson will forgive me. Cut in. Okay, and so we're going to put on the TV voice here. We're going to be a little more formal. And we'll start in 3, 2. It's Chief Meteorologist Bill Meck. We are updating you on the weather situation. We are watching a cluster of severe thunderstorms moving across southern Kentucky. New severe thunderstorm warning has been issued. This is for Pulaski County. It's from Somerset north. That'll include Science Hill and Nancy on up toward Eubank. That's going to be in effect until 3 o'clock. And for the western part of Rockcastle County, also a severe thunderstorm warning until 3 o'clock. The storm that we are tracking is between Russell Springs and Liberty, just to the east of Highway 127. You see some of the communities that will be impacted here over about the next 15 minutes or so. So this storm has the potential for dangerous, strong winds. It has the potential for hail, very heavy rain, a lot of lightning. Of note also, there is a tornado watch that is up for southern Kentucky on a line from Adair County through Casey County, Lincoln County, Rockcastle County to Jackson County, Owsley County, Breathitt County from there south. That's a tornado watch that's going to be in effect until 11 o'clock tonight. We are also watching a developing flood situation in Casey County, Taylor County, and Marion County for heavy rain that has already fallen and more heavy rain that is on the way. And another severe storm is about to move into Adair County. Bottom line is a lot of stuff going on. Stay weather aware, be prepared, be safe, and we'll send it back now to Kelly Clarkson. And hello again, Facebook. All right. Dunville hail size. Well, let's see. I don't have that product set up here right offhand. But is there a hail swath? Not really. So not a tremendous hail producer. Damaging wind is going to be the bigger threat from this. So again, when we're looking at, there's a little bit, I need to actually take that watch off the background there because it makes it hard to see. Watch. Bye. All right. So we are looking at least some degree of rotation with this cell at the very southern tip of Casey County. So the reds, it's going away from the Louisville radar. It's going toward the Louisville radar there. So there is shear going on with this cell aloft. The shear rate's not overly impressive, nor is it with the one coming out of Columbia. But we're also at a decent height away from the radar. We're looking at about 5,000 feet up, almost 6,000 feet up actually in Casey County. And so we're not seeing the lowest level of the storm. So here at 2.4, actually I'm going to have to wrap this up here in just a couple of minutes, just because I have a 4 o'clock show to do. So it's been nice to be able to do this today. Let's put the radar back up so you have something nicer to look at. All right. So again, there are your various warnings. Can you sleep tonight? I hope so, Kelly, and I hope I get to sleep tonight. Jessamine County, I don't think Jessamine's going to be too bad today. Now, there's going to be a lot of rain, but I think the severe threat is more south. And I don't think it's going to bubble that far north tonight, but we'll keep an eye on it. Saturday for Lexington, I think a lot of the day on just like Friday ends up being fine on Saturday, but I think Saturday evening we are going to look at another perhaps pretty strong round of storms coming through Saturday. But again, I think the bulk of your Friday and the bulk of your Saturday. Kaylee, I don't know about school. I gave up trying to forecast what schools do with snow a long time ago, and I don't want to think about it with just storms. So again, if you're in the northern part of the area, so again, you see some of the communities, hopefully you kind of can guess where you are. So again, roughly north of Highway 52-ish. So it's Danville to Lancaster, to Richmond, to Irvin, to Beattyville-ish. From there north, I think it's just going to be mostly rain with embedded thunderstorms. I don't think anything in the north right now gets out of hand. I don't think at this point. I think the bigger action, now this area to the south, we have been watching a northward movement of this. So we could eventually see some stronger storms maybe pushing up toward Highway 52. Because again, it looks like the warm front may be starting to reestablish and starting to drive this back north. If that's the case, we may get around to some thunderstorms coming in as we head into this evening. So, hey, what do you do? Say it with me. What do we tell you to do? Stay weather aware. Say it again with me. Stay weather aware. And be calm with it. Have a plan. If there's nothing serious going on outside your window right now, think about where your safe spot is no matter where you are. If you're working at the office right now or at your factory or your store or wherever, think about where your safe spot is. If you're at home, think about where your safe spot is. We're seeing some intensification with that storm headed into Jackson County now. Yeah, there's going to be embedded thunder with all of this. So there's the current lightning strikes. And again, they're plentiful. So again, yeah, you're hearing thunder out of this. That's cloud to ground that we're showing you there. If you're curious as to how many, not over the top. It won't let me grab it. There it is. Okay. So in that big broad area, we've got almost 90 strikes in the last 15 minutes. And it is raining hard in Taylor County. Let me go back to that real quick to highlight the flash flood warning. Actually, I can do that. And I'm trying to suppress a sneeze right now. The joys of live. Oh, something else is, I don't want all that. I do want flash flood warning. What just came out? I think that's the canceling of a severe thunderstorm warning. It is the canceling of a severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, so that's all the one out to the west. I wanted to highlight real quick again the flash flood threat, because again, I think this is a big deal, a big ticket item. So a flash flood warning. Get rid of that. Flash flood warning till 4:30 for Casey, for Taylor, where we just heard from somebody there on the chat that it's raining hard in Campbellsville. So Taylor County till 4:30, Marion County, Eastern Marion County until 4:30, and then for Adair, it looks like, well, you hit out of there. There's your flash flood warning till 3:30 Central for Adair, and 3:30 Central for Russell County. That's the flash flood warning. And again, if you're in a flood-prone area, be prepared to move to high ground. Do it quickly if you need to. Never drive across a flooded road. But again, just how much rain has come down, I'm concerned about that. And keep in mind, we also have the severe thunderstorm warnings for Rockcastle County and northern Pulaski until 3. For southern Casey till 2:45. That'll expire in the next minute because the storm's actually almost to Eubank. So it's just about sneaking there into Pulaski County. And the other severe thunderstorm warning is for Adair until 2 o'clock Central Time. The rainfall rate, so we'll highlight that again for the areas that are under that flash flood warning. You're seeing, again, 7 inches of rain in an hour is just a torrential downpour. Not quite as bad there. Then you got a 6-inch little pixel there around Campbellsville. And when we take you back to, remember, if you think back just a second ago, how much rain we were showing you. Cancel that. So just a quick check on the Mesonet. That's Mesonet. There it is. So we've gone up another half inch of rain in Columbia and Liberty since we started doing this. So again, flooding is either happening now or is imminent. Looks like we expired the Russell and Casey County severe thunderstorm warning, so that's the one we were just looking at there. Alrighty, guys, I got some TV to put together here. I hope I've answered most of your questions, or at least given you what you need to get through the rest of this afternoon. Yeah, so we got a lot of schools that were out. Storm is probably not worth chasing in Mount Vernon, and truthfully, I always say it's difficult, if not impossible, to chase in Kentucky, because rule number one, as an old storm chaser, back before storm chasing was cool, you need to have an escape route. And in Kentucky, there's not more than a mile of straight road anywhere, and so that eliminates your basic escape route, because you could be making twists and turns. All of a sudden, you're face to face with the storm. Issues, severe thunderstorm warning. That one came out a while ago, so I think we're up to date. I believe we are. Okay. That's exactly it, Derek. Lots of hills, lots of twists and turns. When you chase in the Midwest, it's laid out in a grid, and so you always have a chance to make a left or a right turn and get away from the storm. But again, and look at Liberty's up now almost 4 inches of rain. McKee's now just about at 3. So again, we are seeing these numbers add up quickly. So again, flooding is imminent, if not already occurring. Casey County, certainly Casey County, probably Adair and Russell County, maybe Marion County and Taylor County too. All right. It's daylight. That part's good. But we'll see on the TV side coming up at 4 o'clock. You got me 4, 5, 5, 30, 6, 7, and 11 tonight. And Facebook when we get the chance. So again, hey, thanks for being part of our experiment today. That was fun. And this is just geekiness part. That part was fun. That was interesting that we were able to pull that off. So again, thank you for joining us today. And as we say, Rebecca, what definitely becoming an issue in Casey County. Do you have something on that, Rebecca, before I leave you? Just want to check to see real quick if there's anything that is actually occurring now. We've already got our news folks headed down that way. Overnight tonight's more rain, and again, it could be heavy. I think the severe threat is less than last night overall. So again, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up here. So again, if you are in one of those areas, the flood-prone issues, be safe. Never drive on a flooded road. Rest of the area, be safe, be prepared, be calm, and the weather you'll be able to deal with it. You'll be able to handle it. Again, a lot of inconvenience. Some of it's dangerous. So again, just be prepared and be calm. Alrighty. Small streams. Okay. And roads becoming blocked in Casey County. So that just in from Rebecca there in Casey County, that the small streams are out of their banks. Now I'm guessing that's going to be southern Casey County. So again, you folks there, be safe and never drive across a flooded road. And again, say it one more time with me as we wrap this up. And this time we really mean it. Stay weather aware. Thanks for clicking on us here on our LAX 18 Facebook page and YouTube and wherever you get your streaming source. And again, thanks for being with us on the TV side. Have a good and safe